Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Meredith E. Phillips and we are in like week 3.5/4 of the 6-week writing challenge. In case you missed my original video on this challenge, I am trying to revise my Regency romance completely with the beta reader feedback I collected in July and August by the end of September. And I'm giving myself, originally I had 6 weeks to do it. We have about 3 weeks left at this point. How many weeks are left? 3 weeks. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 weeks. I'm counting on the calendar back there. 3 weeks from today is September 30th. It is the 9th. It's not the 2nd. Don't look at this. It's the 9th. So yeah, 3 weeks from today will be the end of the month and hopefully the end of this revision. I was supposed to vlog this week. I did not. Every day I was like, okay, today I'm going to pick up the camera and like say something, and I just didn't. So it's fine. But I did have a good week in terms of progress. I would say that I have revised through chapter 22/23. I kind of got into a weird thing where I was, instead of going like chapter by chapter like I had been doing the first couple weeks, I was sort of skipping around. I was doing stuff in chapter 19 and then going back to chapter 13 and then going to chapter 20 and then going to chapter 17. And like, I was like bouncing all over the place and kind of fiddling with this and fiddling with that. So it was hard to tell like, okay, am I actually done with this chapter or am I going to bounce back to it in like another day or two? I am officially in Act 3. Act 2, I'm done with messing with, for at least for the moment. I also went back to like chapter 1 and I'm all over the place with this thing. I'm going to try to concentrate for the next like 9 or 10 days on the last chunk, the last couple acts of the book. Originally in my head, I'd had it split into 4 acts. There are major changes that need to occur in acts 3 and 4, which is like the last, I don't know, 10-ish 8 to 10 chapters of the book. And if you watched my last video, you know I'm gonna be rewriting a good chunk of Act 4 and a decent little portion of Act 3. So what I wanted to do first is I wanted to sort of outline these changes, what I wanted to do instead, make sure it works on a calendar with the rest of the timeline and all that kind of stuff. So I did some brainstorming and outlining work like that over the last several days. I sent the ideas to my critique partners to see, you know, do you see like weird plot holes in this idea or does this make sense? So they got back to me, which was awesome, and I'm using their ideas to make it better. And yeah, this morning I came back here with my coffee and I started working on the changes. So the next several days, I need to do some major rewrites. There's several chapters I've like just completely thrown out. I'm not using any of it. And I need to write completely new chapters. So my goal for this portion of this revision, these new chapters that need to be written, I want to have them done, written and done by the end of next Sunday, by the end of next weekend, the 17th. That'll give me still like a week and a half to almost 2 weeks to go back through the book and kind of look over some of the other revisions that I want to still do. This is a big process, but it's cool. We're making it. We're making it. I'm pretty confident. I'm going to be on like NaNoWriMo speed. There's like 5.5 chapters that I need to write. And my chapters tend to be pretty chunky. Like 3,000 words is like about average for me. And I feel like that's chunky. I don't know. How long do your chapters tend to be? But for me, they're about 3,000 words, and so if I'm writing 5.5 chapters, that works out to be about 16,000 words, a little more. And doing 16,000 words in 9 days, that's like NaNoWriMo speed. So we're going to be working hard. I'm going to try to get a lot done this weekend. I haven't drafted, like just written straight new stuff in a long time, probably, I guess since last November, for draft 1 of this book. So yeah, I know from past experience that when I come back to drafting after like not having done it for a while, it does take me a minute to sort of like get into that flow and get into making the words appear and not worrying too much about whether they're the right words or the perfect words. They just need to be words. Like this is like a first draft again, which is crazy. My goal is just get it out, get it on the paper, and I can go back obviously and fix it up. There's a lot I'm planning to do later. It's cool. I also realized I've been working on this story almost nonstop since the beginning of last August. It's been over a year because I started outlining like the first week of August last year. And then of course I was drafting in November. Not much else to do. Whoop. Not much else to do except get started. I did start already. My characters are making different kinds of decisions, which hopefully will be exciting for a reader. Let's do it. Let's devastate their lives even more than it was in the original draft. We have a little girl with us again in her slightly too small kennel, but that's what she likes. We started her on a new, or I guess a different medication earlier this week. And it's definitely, she's definitely like getting used to it. We're switching. We had her on one and we're switching her to a different one on the recommendation of the vet, obviously. Yeah. But I think the new pill, I think, is hitting her hard because she's been kind of out of it the last couple days. But we'll see. Anyway, we'll see how she does in here for a little while. If she starts screaming at me, I'm going to have to move her to her bed. But for now, she's looking pretty cozy, like a little cozy girl. Yes. Oh, she's so cute. Look at that little nose. Yes. Okay, let's write. Also, forgot to mention, it rained. Like actual rain. Water from the sky. It was crazy. Unfortunately, the storm came through at like 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning, and she doesn't like thunder, so she woke up, and that woke us up. So I've been awake for a while, as usual. But it actually rained. Like the ground was wet. It was, dare I say it, soaked, which was pretty exciting. We haven't had an actual rain come through, real rain, since July 7th. There was a couple weeks ago where it was like we got a bare sprinkling. It wasn't even enough to get the sidewalks wet though. Like it was basically nothing. So this is the first real rain we've had in like 2 months. Yeah. So anyway, that was exciting. I think we're supposed to get some more this week too, which is crazy. And I think the temperatures are going to start to drop. We had a 100+ degree day yesterday, and then all the other temperatures for the next foreseeable future are sub 100, which sounds like it'll be fantastic. So let's cross our fingers and hope that that doesn't change. Are we surprised? No. She started just getting all pissy in there. So she's in her bed now in the other room. And me, on the other hand, I've finished revising what is now chapter 28. I had to do some fiddling with chapter numbers. And now this is 28. It was 26. We're not worrying too much about that right now. I needed to change like the end half of this chapter. Done. It's shorter. That's got to be a good thing. It's only 2,500 words instead of like 3,500 or however long it was originally. So that's good. It's not quite 11:30. I'm going to keep going. The next scene is like a completely new chapter, like completely new. So that'll take me a minute to get through, but let's get started, and then I'll probably break for lunch here in a little while. Well, I'm a liar. Okay. I actually ended up sending that last chapter to one of my critique partners, and she was like super awesome and looked at it immediately and gave me some notes. So I was fixing up some of the stuff that she commented on. For now, I'm actually done with that chapter, and I have to start drafting the next one, but it's also like 1:30 now, so I'm gonna go ahead, get some lunch. I need to check on Lucy Goosey and Junie, and then I'll be back here. Alright, small crisis. I had washed the bunny blankets this morning. We have all kinds of fleece blankies and baby blankies and whatever else. I had a big load, put them all in, and I thought they were dry. They're not dry yet, so I'm running it again. But I don't have what I need to finish making that up over there at the moment. So I think I'm probably just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave Lucy right here. She can't move, so she can't go anywhere. And I'll put a puppy pad down under her because I don't want her peeing and then it soaking onto my nice carpet in here. Junie, the little rascal, she's in the bassinet that we used to use for crisping. She's in here. You can't even see her. She's in here. She won't get out of this. And it'll be okay for a little bit. Sorry. So let me finish putting these two in order. Give them some food and whatnot. And then I'll get food for myself. All right, I'm back here. The scene that's like next in sequence, I'm not sure I want to write it yet. The reason I'm holding back from writing it is I don't really have a clear direction for the scene. There's something that I feel like should happen, but I really don't have an idea of like the structure of the scene. What's the goal for the scene? What is this going to do to progress like the storyline, the plot, and like character development and all that kind of stuff. So I think I'm going to leave off that one for the moment and go ahead to a different scene that I actually know what is supposed to happen and why. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Here's hoping I can get something done. It's almost 2 o'clock. Ooh. I think I'm done for today. I hit almost 1,500 words, which is not exactly NaNoWriMo speed, but it's 1,500 words. I'm almost done with the chapter. There's like a little ending portion I need to do. And then obviously I need to go back through and kind of revise it a little bit because it is a little rough since it's a first draft. It's 5 o'clock. So yeah, it's slow going, but that's okay. I'm making progress. Yeah, that's good. We'll come back tomorrow and hopefully finish out this chapter and then maybe tackle the next one in order and then have to go back. We'll see. We'll see how all this works out. But for today, I am definitely done because I am very tired and brain not work good at the moment. So I'll see you back here tomorrow. Hey friends, it's Sunday and I did come back here last night and I finished the end of this little chapter. It's 2,200 words. Not bad. It's rough. It is rough. I just reread it. It needs a lot of work. It's basically just dialogue. It's just straight dialogue. So I'm gonna work today on fixing this up. I'm not sure if I want to send it to critique partners yet because I haven't done the scenes that are supposed to come before this. And I feel like it'll be better to give them the chapters like in order. But let me fix this up while I'm kind of in it. And yeah, that's kind of the plan for today. It's a little later in the morning. It's almost 11:30. I had to go to the grocery store this morning and I've done some laundry. Super exciting. I did have a really good idea for a plot point for book 3 on the way back from the grocery store. It's so frustrating to have ideas for a book that you're not legit going to be able to write for like 2 or 3 years. At least. So annoying. I want to write it now. But for now, I'm going to just finish this and hopefully fix it up. So let's get to work and finish up this chapter. And that's exactly what I did. Look at me working hard. So yeah, listen, you know what? There's no more footage after this because I got really into it. And the idea of pausing to like redo the camera, I just wasn't having it. And then this week has been really busy. Do you want to hear all of my excuses? I've been writing. I've been doing the work. We are on schedule, okay? I'm doing fantastic in the writing realm. The vlogging realm, not so good. Not so easy. I'm stealing little bits of time here and there throughout the day and in the evening, before work, all that kind of stuff. And it's just not always like super convenient to be like, let me pick up the camera and talk for 5 minutes before I actually sit down and do work. Yeah, we've just been kind of not doing that this week. I am almost done with the chapters that I'm rewriting. My goal was, like I said earlier, to finish them by the end of Sunday, this coming Sunday, and I'm almost done, so I'm definitely going to hit that. I've been sending them to critique partners, getting feedback, so there's a lot still left to do. So even though I'm on track at the moment with what I was hoping to get done this week, there is still quite a bit to do. There's a lot. I'm gonna have to go back through the first half of the book, I think, to make some little adjustments to account for some changes I've made to like some backstory kinds of things. These new chapters I've written definitely need a little sprucing up, so I'll be working on that a bit more. We'll see what we can get done by the end of the month. That's the goal, to finish this rewrite not the rewrite, but the revision by the end of the month. I have other beta reader feedback that I really want to get into, but yeah, it's just, we have a lot left to do. However, you're seeing this video on the 15th, if you watch it the day it comes out. And if you are, thank you. I appreciate that. But if you're watching it on the 15th, that means we are exactly halfway through the month. I've done a lot this month already. I'm proud of myself. We have 2 weeks left, and I'm confident I can get a whole bunch of stuff done in 2 weeks. So I will try to be a better vlogger for you in the coming week, but no promises apparently. I'll try. I'm gonna try to do better. At the end of the day, the most important thing to me is getting this work done, this writing work done. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I don't think many people are getting to the end of these videos who haven't subscribed, but you know what? If that's you, come hang out again, and I guess. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.